Welcome back to Alan's Trains, and we're going to look at Inkscape design cut and build of Clarence Street. I'm going to use the technique of showing the parts and how they were made in Inkscape. That these are the front and the rear and the cutout for the brickwork. You'll notice that when you do make the glazing sheet for these, as I'm going to show, you need to reverse them. So the sticky paper or the sticky labels are actually fitted to both sides now. On the interior, and on the front I've actually fitted the brick paper. The next step was to make all of the end walls and internal walls. There's the middle floor in place and the two end pieces with a couple of stabilizers on each end. These are the roof panels, fairly straightforward, just two cut pieces. Make sure they're a little bit bigger than the outer frames, and then using the cut tile method, which I've shown in other videos, which are all done on a cry cut machine, to cut the little individual tiles but attached to a strip. Once they're fitted and tidied up, I think they look quite effective. This is the rear of the building, and you can see that I've fitted the some of the coloured window frame components, and I've also fitted in the windows some of the tulle, that's Tuile, which you can get from a craft shop, to show that they are the security screens on the windows. This is the back of the church and all of the auto yards that were fitted and where this building will sit. Again at the back you can see the window frame tops and the window ledges. In this photo you can see the bay window frame that's in place. Now I wanted to show this in a bit more detail. You can do it simply and it will look okay, but these are the component parts of the bay windows and doors, and as you can see there's the main frame on the top left, then a curtain cut out so they're all in one piece, the bay header, then the window frame itself, the bay tops, the formers, and then the same for the doorways. You can see all the component parts of the doors to give depth to the model. It shows the bay window and how all the component parts go together. It doesn't look very tidy on the inside, but once you see it on the outside it's a lot better. Now shows it in place, the bay window with the curtains, and all of those are the separate component parts rather than one printed look at it. And this is how it looks. I've just included a little bit of the building next door to show it in the layout where it will sit. This is the front window frame of the two shops, and the two windows, one at each end, they bend over to form the reveal of the windows. Again, cutting out all of the window frames on sticky labels so that they're nice and easy to fit, rather than using solid card. I then set about making the signage and got these ideas from actual photograph of DCS Alarms and Norton Car Hire. They're actually businesses that were there. I've now fitted the signage and the tulle to one of the windows just to get an idea of what it will look like. Then started to assemble the doors and the door frames, and again a lot of separate parts rather than just one frame, one door. And there's the start of that frame with the outer frame, the inner frame in place, and now with the door in and the surround and the header and the mid header of the door frames themselves. So it's now starting to take shape, and I've started to colour the headers and the ledges and put in the extra little bit of brickwork that runs the full length, which is really rendered brickwork in the real building. This gives an overall view of how things sit and where that building sits. That's before it's mounted on its base, like the church and the auto yards are mounted. There it is, mounted on its base, ready to go into place, and all the chimneys and the chimney stacks have been built and added. There's still the flashing to go around them, and this shows how I made the chimney stacks, and again all done in Inkscape and then all cut out on a cry cut machine. This gives a better view of the building, and I've put a vehicle there just to check that it did look the right proportions. Again, just another view to show that it is coming along quite well. In these final few shots, I've just shown here what the buildings look like all the way from the start of the terraced house on the left, through the shops, through the auto yards, past the commercial hotel, and looking down towards Railway Street and Downing's Foundry and the coal staiths. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.